13th, 2023 regular council meeting be adopted as amended. I have an ask of council. To consider raising their flag for Pride Month, which is June.
Hi, if you'd like to come forward to the microphone.
First, we have a little gift for you.
Button on the side there, you'll see a person might come on the way. There we are. Now you're on national television.
No pressure. So, first off, I want to thank you all for having me here today, and I want to thank or acknowledge that we are on the land of the traditional and unceded territory of Chwafa people of the Tiet tribe. My name is Megan Stokorst. My pronouns are she, they. I am a founding member of Hope Pride. But before I get into that, I want to share a little bit about my story. I always knew I was queer. In fact, I had to learn what straight was. Like, I legitimately always knew I was queer. Just as I always knew I was growing up in a town that was not safe for me. Clear it wasn't Hope, no offense, but it was a town there that I knew I wasn't as welcome. That teachers, business owners, parents of my friends, sometimes even my peers, and even political leaders did not accept me for who I was and did not feel safe or comfortable with me expressing who I was. And so I masked. I hid who I was to protect my grades, to protect my safety, and then I got out of that town as soon as I could. Hope Pride really got started in October of 2022, which means we're very new, so please give us grace. We are a committee of local queer leaders, service providers, youth, as you've seen tonight, as well as we have a couple of straight allies we allow join us from time to time. Our committee has designated 3 areas of focus for our work. This includes creating safe spaces for the LGBTQIS2 Spirit Plus community. It includes supporting the queer youth of Hope, of which there are many, and I honestly don't think those who are straight and cisgender recognize just how strong of a queer supporting the queer youth of Hope, of which there are many, and I honestly don't think those who are straight and cisgender recognize just how strong of a queer community we have within our schools, as well as education. We're big on education. We came out of our metaphorical closet with our first event this past February called Dorothy's Cabinet. It was a space that created community connection and allowed for safe exploration of gender expression. It was a queer clothing swap. And we had about 9 folks come and join us that night. And they didn't just grab clothes and leave, they stayed. They formed connections with one another, and they found a support system and people who were like them that they hadn't necessarily seen clearly identified in this community before. Coming up next, our big project is the first official Pride Month for the town of Hope. We have 7 events planned throughout June, which include a free community barbecue, a free concert featuring the band Queer as Funk, which I have to say, they'll make you dance. We have planned a rainbow paint day, drag queen story time, and we are reopening Dorothy's Cabinet. Today, to dance. We have 7 events planned throughout June, which include a free community barbecue, a free concert featuring the band Queer as Funk, which I have to say, they'll make you dance. We have planned a rainbow paint day, drag queen story time, and we are reopening Dorothy's Cabinet. Today, I wanted to plant some seeds with you. Maybe I started last week when I was gifting some seeds, and I don't know if anybody noticed the colors of the seeds, maybe made up a rainbow. But I want to share some small ways that you as individuals, can support the queer community here in this community. You can support us on social media, share our events, share our posts, talk about your acceptance of the LGBTQ+ community. You can wear the pin that we have gifted you today wherever possible and whenever possible, ideally in public spaces to show your support. And we can plant those seeds we gave you and grow your own little rainbow garden. However, the biggest impact that the district can make with the least amount of effort and the least resources is raising the pride flag for the month of June. The flag for our community, and by our community I mean to dance, we have planned a rainbow paint day, drag queen story time. The queer community is the least amount of effort and the least resources is raising the pride flag for the month of June. Media, share our events, share our posts, talk about your acceptance of the LGBTQ+ community. You can wear the pin that we have gifted you today wherever possible and whenever possible, ideally in public spaces to show your support. And we can plant those seeds we gave you and grow your own little rainbow garden. However, the biggest impact that the district can make with the least amount of effort and the least resources is raising the pride flag for the month of June. The flag for our community, and by our community I mean the queer community, is a symbol of inclusion. It is a symbol that we don't welcome homophobia or transphobia in our community. It is a symbol of belonging, of safety, and it shows to us in the community that those who have power and privilege support us. And it's an important step for the queer community to not live in fear, to not be afraid of being outed or ostracized by your friends and family or losing employment or being harassed on the street just for loving somebody and being authentic to who you are. The flag is a symbol created for the community by the community, and it tells us that you're listening and that you actually care. Raising the flag is an authentic and meaningful show of solidarity with our community, and a way to tell us that the district means its support, truly means its support, and isn't just providing lip service to our community. Hope has a strong community of queer youth, like I said, and I would hate to see my story of masking and hiding and pretending and then leaving as soon as I possibly could to be repeated with the upcoming generation. The future of hope. And I will take any questions.
Any questions from council? Yes. Kristen.
Thank you so much for coming. And I really am so proud to have you stand here and speak your truth and feel comfortable doing it, and welcome. Welcome to council. And you can speak that so much more clearly than I can. I come to the meetings and I report out about the Hope Inclusion Project, and you've done such a great job.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
No. We love your enthusiasm.
I hope you might love my flag too.
We will consider that.
Thank you.
Thanks very much for coming and your support. Ms. Bellingham.